an in-depth overview of Kendall Jenner's glamorous dating history. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Kendall Jenner has become very popular over the years, and many people all over the world know her name. Even though she grew up in front of cameras and her life has been on television since she was a young girl, Kendall has done something quite special. She has managed to keep many parts of her personal life private, especially her romantic life. This is not easy to do when you are famous and people are always watching what you do. Kendall became a public figure when she was only 12 years old because of the show Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which started in 2007. Since then, she has become a top model, walking on famous fashion runways around the world. She has also started her own business, a brand of alcohol called 818, and she lives a very fancy life as part of the Kardashian-Jenner family. But even with all of that attention, Kendall has kept her dating life very low profile. People who worked on her reality show have shared that Kendall made a decision early on about how much of her love life she wanted to share with the world. One of the executive producers of the show, Farnaz Farjam, said in 2021 that Kendall made a rule for herself. She decided that she would only let the person she was dating appear on the show if they had been together for at least a year. This was because she wanted to be sure about someone's true intentions. Kendall didn't want to rush into showing her relationships to the public. She felt it was important to protect that part of her life. The producer explained that this is the reason people didn't often see Kendall's partners on the show. Kendall herself has talked about how she feels. In a 2019 interview with Vogue Australia, she said that there are some things in her life that she sees as very special and personal. Her close friendships and relationships are some of those things. She believes that once you bring these personal things into the public eye, they can become very complicated. She said she prefers to keep them private so they stay peaceful and safe from too much attention. Even though Kendall tries to stay quiet about her relationships, her sisters have sometimes let little things slip. Khloe Kardashian, one of Kendall's older sisters, once accidentally mentioned two of Kendall's relationships before Kendall said anything publicly. Kim Kardashian, another sister, made fun of Kendall in a playful way by wearing a shirt that had the words, "Kendall starting 5, printed on it. The shirt also had pictures of basketball players that Kendall was rumored to have dated. It was meant as a joke, but it showed that even though Kendall stays private, her family sometimes gives the public small hints about her romantic life. Over the years, some information about Kendall's relationships has come out. Either because of something her family said, or from the few times she was seen in public with someone special, fans have gotten a glimpse into her dating history. Even though Kendall does her best to keep things quiet, people have still learned about some of the men she has dated. These include very famous pop stars and top athletes, which is why people always get curious. One of Kendall's first big public relationships was with Harry Styles. Harry is a very famous singer who was a member of the boy band One Direction. He has millions of fans around the world, and when he and Kendall were seen together, it caused a lot of excitement. The first time they were spotted together was in November 2013. They were seen having dinner at a restaurant called Craig's, located in West Hollywood. At that time, there were rumors that they might be dating, but people close to them said they were just friends. Still, the public and the media kept watching closely. The two were seen together a few more times after that, and their chemistry made people continue to wonder if they were more than friends. Another person who was linked to Kendall later on was Jordan Clarkson. Jordan is a basketball player who has played in the NBA, and he became connected to Kendall in 2016. This was a time when Kendall was already well known in the fashion world, and Jordan was also becoming more recognized as an athlete. The two were first seen together in March of that year. People noticed them at events and parties, and it seemed like they enjoyed spending time together. They even went to the famous Coachella Music Festival, which is a place where many celebrities are spotted. Over the next few weeks, they continued to hang out and were seen at Hollywood nightclubs. In April 2016, their relationship became more official, and it was clear that they were more than just friends. Although that relationship did not last forever, it was one of the few times Kendall was seen openly dating someone. Even then, she didn't talk about it in interviews or post much about it on social media. She continued to stick to her rule of keeping her love life out of the spotlight. That helped her avoid the drama and problems that often come with public relationships, especially when both people are famous. Kendall's approach to dating has been very different from some of her sisters. While some of them have been more open about their relationships on their shows and social media, Kendall has chosen the quiet path. This has made people even more interested in her personal life, because when someone stays quiet, others often become more curious. But Kendall doesn't let that curiosity change how she lives her life. She still chooses privacy, even when people ask questions or make guesses about who she might be dating. What makes Kendall's dating history more interesting is the fact that she seems to be attracted to people who are also in the spotlight. Many of the people she's been linked to are famous singers or athletes. These are people who also understand what it's like to live with fame, cameras, and constant attention. That might be one of the reasons why Kendall has been drawn to them. It's possible that she feels they can relate to her lifestyle and the challenges that come with being a celebrity. Even though not much is known about all the details of her love life, the little information that has come out shows that Kendall values trust, privacy, and calmness in her relationships. She seems to want something real and strong, rather than something that is just for show. That is likely why she keeps things so quiet. She knows that once something becomes public, it can be harder to control, and she doesn't want her relationships to become a topic of gossip or headlines. Over the years, other names have also been connected to Kendall. While not all of these relationships were confirmed, the public has seen her spending time with several high-profile individuals. Each time a photo appears of Kendall with someone new, fans and media outlets begin to wonder if a new romance has started. But Kendall never rushes to confirm or deny anything. She lets people guess and keeps her own peace. One of the reasons people continue to admire Kendall is because she doesn't let fame completely take over her personal life. She has managed to build a strong career as a model and businesswoman while still protecting the parts of her life that matter most to her. Her romantic life is one of those parts. She knows how to separate her work from her private life, and that is something many people respect. Even though Kendall's dating history includes some very famous names, she has never tried to use those relationships to gain more fame or attention. In fact, she often avoids talking about them. She shows that it is possible to be famous and still keep some things to yourself. This makes her stand out in a world where many people share every little detail of their lives online. Kendall shows that silence and privacy can be powerful. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.